welcome to my first day of retirement blog and celebrating my first day of retirement and really understanding on what a debt-free lifestyle is all about. You know, I'm actually in the process of probably about 5 or 6 more hours I got to be on the road before I'm getting ready to head out and visit my oldest nephew and his fiance. You know, I babysitted him when I was a teenager in high school. So one of the things I'm going to begin to do now. One of the things I'm going to begin to do now is as I elevate my brand and my channel in my business to the next level, is to share more of my journey in terms of people on what a debt-free lifestyle and being in retirement. You know, I've been debt-free for several years before I officially retired yesterday. After being in 41 years in the workforce, I retired from state government. I also served in the Desert Storm era in the United States Marine Corps, got my honorable charge. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you that this topic also directly relates to my book, Awake Financial Freedom. If you have not purchased my book, if you have not purchased my powerful book, Awake Financial Freedom, this book is the blueprint on how I literally made this day possible. You know, I can say that although I've been debt-free for several years, but to be retired in debt-free and to retire almost 5 years early, that's power. You know, it really to be able to, well, this is my first morning waking up in full retirement when I got up this morning, by all glory to God, to really just knowing in my mind, if I don't want to get up, if I don't want to do anything, I don't have to do it. But I knew I had to get up to exit out of the state of North Carolina. I'm going to be a few days in Atlanta, Georgia, visiting family, and then I'm going to be headed towards Florida area in terms of where my retirement trailer has really been waiting on me since March of this year. I purchased that trailer in cash. But it really feels good to make this road trip. I ain't got to rush to be nowhere. I ain't got to rush to go nowhere. I'm retired. You know, my money will be hitting me for the rest of my life. And I'm going to tell you something. You know, for me to be able to do this, and although I retired from state government, I'm a little bit too young. That pension will hit, my retirement pension from state government will hit 1 year in the future. But I'm living off other investments and retirements in the here and now prior to my retirement check number 2 hitting 1 year from today. So that's power. I did my exit interview with HR yesterday, and you know, Ms. Deans, that you listen to this, you know, me and her had a conversation, and as she offboarded me doing my exit interview from state government, she said, Ms. Holiday, I don't know of nobody personally who can literally retire early. And your retirement, your real retirement check from state government won't hit until a year in the future, but you have strategized, and that's power. My book is a blueprint. No one in the world could have told me that when I was living in financial destruction from 2007 to 2012, I had that spiritual battle with God, and He gave me the power and the skills to rise above my situation. And I can tell you, you know, the closer I got towards retiring, you know, when I was that 10-year journey, that 5-year journey, but I can honestly say within the last 10 years, that's when I really was getting strategic in my thinking, my mindset. As I began to conquer bills and pay bills, what I did along that 10-year journey is every bill that I wiped out, you know, car note, mortgage, or other bills I had to wipe out. The money that I would have been spending on the mortgage, I began to pump into my other 401 portfolio aggressively. Every time when I paid off my car note, the money that I would have been paying on that car note, I began to increase more money aggressively into my 401. So that was my other 401. So all of the extra money I was getting within the past several years, I was investing into my financial portfolio. I got a couple of raises. I got a promotion along the way. All that money I got through promotions, I pumped it into my portfolio. You know, I got almost a $30,000 increase in my salary over the past several years, and I did not touch that $30,000. I immediately pumped it into my financial portfolio. So the end result, by the time I did so much aggressive investing, I spoke to my retirement advisor. My money was looking so good. You know, he said, you know, whenever you want to retire, you can literally retire. Balance of my master's degree was wiped out. That was all I needed of my master's degree was wiped out. That was all I needed to fulfill. Because although I had been living debt, stay linked to my public service provider prior to me retiring. So when I got that powerful piece of paper, literally that next day I went to HR, submitted my notification of retirement, and the rest is history. I'm here to tell you, it's not about how much money you make. It's about your debt to income ratio. I don't care if the monthly salary is $2,000, bringing in $3,000 a month. Your bill's $5,000 a month, and your monthly bill's $1,500. You looking good. You can invest that other $1,500. So it's not about what you make; it's your debt to income ratio. You know, I know people in six figures making six figures right now, 6 figures a year, and their money, their check is gone before they even get paid, and they are borrowing much money. They're borrowing gas money, but they're making 6 figures. And you know, that's a good example of, it's not about what you're making, it's about what you owe. You got a lot of people who are living above their means. I used to live in Atlanta, Georgia. I saw that. You got a lot of people making $40,000 a year, but they live in $1 million a year lifestyle, trying to keep up with the Joneses and creating financial destruction along the way. You know, I've seen it all. But when I had my spiritual awakening in 2012, and God gave me the skills to make some changes, that was the transformation of Marie Holiday, life changing at that moment. You know, all glory to God that I'm able to be in full retirement. You know, I tell anybody, I don't care what your craft is, I don't care if you got a side business or you're trying to cultivate and develop your brand or your business, whether it's a content creator or selling music or selling food or whatever you're doing as your own little business outside of your day job. I tell people, hold on to a traditional job and see that as another stream of income, and see that as, especially even when you retire, as another stream of income. And when you off board from that, then you can focus on your other personal businesses and etc. You know, it's good in this society. You're going to need multiple streams of income. I'm going to continue to cultivate and develop my other streams of income on top of my retirement checks for the rest of my life. Because it's power when you can begin to make money in your sleep, reinvest your dividends, build your wealth. You know, my debt to income ratio is so low. The only bills I'm gonna have in this world, and the only bills I've had for the past several years, is food, cell phone, and insurance. That's it. Those are only bills I've had for the past several years. The totality of all my bills per month, to include food, cell phone, my insurances, and etc., is less than $1,000 a month. And I've been paying that amount for several years because I have no real debt. So my game plan, since I have no real debt, my monthly retirement check, I'm going to turn around and reinvest my 90% of my monthly retirement check that starts October the 1st of 2023. I'm going to turn around and reinvest 90% of my monthly retirement check into another retirement check. And with the other 10%, I use that to pay my little monthly bills, food insurances and gas. So that's power. I ain't personally met nobody in my life who is in full retirement and in the position where they can reinvest 90% of their pension on a monthly basis. That's power. So, as I continue to cultivate my brand, my company, my YouTube channel, I'm going to do a little bit more blogging to connect these blogs to the concept of my mission, goals, and objective in my brand. I'm so excited. In the very near future, I'm going to do an upcoming blog to show the world on what my minimalistic lifestyle looks like, that retirement trailer that I bought in cash, and what minimalistic living looks like. And I'm here to tell you. Ladies and gentlemen, this all I can say is this is power. This is 100% power. I'm going to connect with my travel agent. She's already booked my first major trip out of the country, December of this year, for a couple of weeks. I'm going to go over as a content creator in Cairo, Egypt, for a guided tour. I'm going to blog every single day while I'm over there. And every 5 months after that, I will be going to a different destination on my bucket list: Paris, Italy, Rome. My goal is to see the 7 wonders of the world within the next 18 to 20 months of my life, and I'm here to tell you. So that's all I have. This just was a quick blog on my first retirement and what it really feels like to be in the position where I don't have to answer to nobody. This woman has paid her dues, and I'm still young enough to enjoy the fruits of my labor. And I tell anybody, it's not about age, it's about health. Health is wealth. By the grace of God, I'm in phenomenal health. My lab work phenomenal. I don't no medication, no diabetes medication, no heart disease, no cholesterol, nothing. And I'm going to continue with my phenomenal health so I can enjoy the next journey in my life. That's all I have. Simplify, simple fidelity, and I'm going to leave you in the care of your own conscience. Have a great day.